Hello everyone, welcome to the summary narration of the story The Last Lesson, which is written by Alphonse Dudet. The story is narrated by Franz, a student who enjoys spending outdoors rather than at school. One day, while he was late to school, he noticed a large crowd gathered around the bulletin board, which was situated in the town hall. And this bulletin board usually conveyed all bad news. Nevertheless, he continued to school, and the atmosphere was quite unusual. Franz was dreading about the scolding he would receive from his teacher, Mr. Hamill, for not studying for the test that day. He noticed that Mr. Hamill was well dressed. In his formal attire, there was solemn silence, and some of the villagers were occupying the last benches. This unfamiliar atmosphere confused him. Mr. Hamill announced with grief that it would be his last French lesson and reveals that only German would be taught in schools of Alsace and Lorraine. Thus Franz had a pang of remorse. Remorse means regret. And deeply regretted for not paying attention or attending enough classes. Even the villagers were very sorry for not attending school and were attending his last lesson to pay respect for their country, which wasn't theirs anymore. Mr. Hamill didn't scold Franz for being unable to answer, yet pinpointed that we all procrastinated, believing that they had plenty of time, and he even spoke about his lack of sincerity during certain days. The last lesson taught was keenly learnt by the students, and the teacher explained in great detail to impart as much as possible before going away. Finally, at the end of the class, Mr. Hamill was too emotional to talk. He wrote Vive la France on the board, which meant Long live France, and dismissed the class. So let's look at what the theme of the story is. The first is definitely we should not take freedom for granted because we never know when we might be deprived of those privileges. The second is regret. Now, regret is a prominent theme in the story. The native people or the children, they missed the opportunity to learn their native language by procrastinating their studies. Procrastinating means talna. कि हाँ कल करेंगे. No, we'll start from tomorrow. We'll start. That is called procrastination. And third is the value or the importance of language. Language serves as a cultural identity. When people are enslaved, as long as they hold on to their language, they have the key to their prison. So, this is the theme of the story, and this sentence is actually written in the story that even if people are enslaved, if they know the local language and the local culture, that means they can have freedom. They are not totally enslaved. So I hope you enjoyed the story narration and the theme. Until we meet next time for another summary narration, take care of yourself. Bye bye.